thinking I would like us to move over also a bit to social data and the insights we have there at hand. Frida, we all know that Corona did contribute to a faster digitalisation and a huge shift in how we consume media and consume overall. And now we're facing recession, where we know that consumer behavior also tend to shift a little bit. What trends do you see now in social media or at Meltwater that could be sort of a reaction to those macro trends in the world?
Yeah, I mean, the overall keyword, I guess, for companies is to be agile and flexible and really keep an eye on to follow the trends and follow the market and your consumers. Because, there's so much happening with new platforms and social commerce. So, yeah, you need to be agile in your strategy. But one of the biggest trends that I'm really excited about is when we talked about branding, and that we now see with the new recession, everything that we see, what's actually becoming as a really strong tool is to have a really strong brand identity. So even if you're a small brand and if you have a strong storytelling and you really have a strong story behind your brand, then you can actually pick up the fight towards those bigger brands. So now it's not only about the media investments or how much money or resources you have. It's really about the brand identity. So that's so interesting, and that's absolutely on social media. So you see so many brands picking up the fight. So branding, super important.
That actually ties back to the last viewer question, that what to do with organic social. You have a huge opportunity right now to try out all the algorithms, try influencers, and to really make sure that you have already learned all of that before this shortening of the sales funnel comes around. Because then you're a huge head of the game.
Yeah. Pino, at Stadium, do you have any examples of how do you adapt to these changes that has been around the past few years, and especially now when hitting the recession?
I would say we try to change all the time, just pick up things that actually work. We don't try to be the first one to be too fastest on new trends, but we tried them all. The difficult around trends, I would say, we've seen it during these 3 last years. I would say it's difficult to. Yeah, the trend is perhaps obvious, but the timing and how fast it actually will go is difficult to estimate. I would say, because we saw during the pandemic we had an increase in online sales was extreme, many of us, and sports retail was really booming, I would say, during the pandemic. And but then quite fast, the first year, I would say, after the pandemic, because we're still there, but in the Nordics anyhow, the people wanted to go back to the stores, and online sales actually fell quite a lot last year. And now we'll see. We're more cautious about should we define them as trends, or what are they actually? How fast will it change? But we try to. We tend to try as much as we can, but also be true to what we actually can, not to be fast on just throwing ourselves into anything. So changing, I would say, every day a bit, try new things.